We're glad to have him on because we got a few things we got to talk about. It's attorney Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Get in touch with him at 1-800-LAW-1010. What's up, Paul? How are you?
Good morning. Not too much. Me for one. Good morning. Good morning.
Is this early for you?
It's not early, but it's early to think. I find myself, I kind of kick into gear probably about 9 o'clock after some exercise, some coffee, etc. But this is the most talking I'll do is when I call you guys early in the morning.
Exercise. This is why he's successful and witty and sharp. Exercise.
And schooling.
Schooling
helps.
Schooling too, but it's the key to everything.
I know.
It is.
Let me guess. You got your Dave Matthews Band tickets all lined up for the weekend. You're going up to Saratoga. You got all kinds of big plans, right?
I feel like you're my coordinator. You're coordinating my weekend. Yeah.
I know. I can tell. I'm getting a bead on you, Harding.
Let's jump into this case that's making national headlines out of Massachusetts. There's an 18-year-old air, Paul, who was found guilty yesterday of vehicular homicide. They say the story says it'll serve as a warning to drivers who multitask. He was texting and driving, so said the jury. He gets a year in jail, 15 years suspended license. Quinn knows the part about they checked his phone and he hadn't sent a text. The last text he sent was 2 minutes before the accident, but they still convicted him on this.
Yeah, first of all, this texting thing is as dangerous a thing you can do in the car that I can ever remember occurring in a car. It's really bad stuff. However, the fact that I believe that's absolutely correct, that they were able to show that within 2 minutes of the time that he got into the accident that he sent a text, it just feels like there's just too much time has elapsed and for this 18-year-old man to go in jail for a year.
Yeah, that's 2 miles of driving if you're on the highway, that's a lot.
But what if he's receiving text messages that distracted him? Is it his responsibility to shut the phone off or to ignore the beeps and the texts that come in?
When you get a text, again, to prove that he read them, I guess is the issue. If you're sitting there reading text, that is texting. So if you're in a position where you get beeps and you're getting texts and you just ignore them. But I don't think that they were able to show that what he did when the text came in, I don't think that is something that they're able to produce. Somehow along the way, maybe it was an admission, maybe, I don't know specific to that fact.
He actually, you know what? Actually, that's a really good point. He did admit to being distracted by it. And so, but is this still is this a precedent maker? Is it a witch hunt? Maybe a little bit because of the it's going to be bigger.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what they said it was. It is absolutely going to send a message to folks who will listen. We have all kinds of things going on. We stop ewwy programs, schools being so aware of this, and that has really worked. You take this case and you run this up the flagpole nationally, and I think that cell phone may stay in people's pockets or glove compartments.
Really, I'm scared. I'm scared. Look, I'm terrible at this stuff. I do this stuff. Like Cantera, he is perfect, and he will always do this.
I don't touch my phone on the highway, but I get on the back road on the way to my house, and I do. Yeah, I break the law, and I admit it. It's terrible.
I do too, and I know it's gonna screw me up. I know something's gonna happen if I don't stop it. So whatever we have to do, this is going to be such an enormous issue. We need to fix it because I can't stop it.
It's tempting. You hear the beep, you look down, you see a note.
Yep.
You're familiar roads, nobody's around you. You're going to send a quick message, especially with Siri. You now can do it voice text. So you're really not as distracted. But yeah, if there's a way that you can take that phone and turn it off.
The voice text is funny though because I'm with you. I tell myself I'm not as distracted, but then when you're done, you got to read the text to confirm that it's came out properly.
It doesn't come out stupid, and then you start checking the autocorrect, and man, I just start saving my money for my court case now. I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
Paul, we love having you on. We got to leave it right there. Have fun at the Dave Matthews Show. 1-800-LAW-1010. We'll talk to you next week, Paul.
Bye.
See you, brother. That's PYX 106.